Hey, hey, hey. Hoo chow. I'm back. Okay, today we're going to talk about traditions. Today's Wednesday, and Wednesday was always spaghetti day in my house. Pasta, spaghetti day, whatever you want to call it. So I've made spaghetti with meatballs and hot Italian sausages. Um, Let me bless my food. I want to thank everybody that's watching, and I want to say thank God that we're all here together. Okay? Blessed the Lord, these thy gifts, which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ's sake. Amen. Now, Wednesday, like I said, was always pasta day in my house. Okay? Like clockwork. When I was growing up, we had some kind of pasta, whether it was spaghetti or ziti. We had pasta on Wednesday. And we had ground beef meatballs made from scratch, sauce made from scratch. Now, mind you, the sauce would be on like all day. We'd be smelling it, saying, oh my goodness, it smells so good. We wanted to taste it before it was even done. And we would have hot Italian sausages and mild Italian sausages. And to distinguish the difference, the hot Italian sausages had a toothpick in it when it went down in the sauce. So we know which one, because some of us didn't like it hot. Some of us did. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do this so we can get a taste of it right now. It's still nice and hot. Swirl the pasta on a spoon. Oh, look at that. Delicious. Mmm. 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 That is very good. Now, I don't have any fresh grated Parmesan cheese, but I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Just a little bit, not too much, because I like cheese. I think I'm actually addicted to cheese. And what was your traditions on when you were growing up in your house? Did your parents stick to the same thing all week, or was it changed up? I know I was raised up in the 60s, late the 60s and the 70s, and we had spaghetti on pasta day on Wednesday, like I said. Mm, 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 mm. Um, we also have on Sunday, I know I mentioned it before, that Bayesian descent. So we would have peas and rice every single Sunday, because we had a big dinner on Sunday that would last us until Monday. So we had leftovers on Monday. So we'd have we'd have peas and rice all the time. Peas and rice was a staple. If you're West Indian, you know. And sometimes we'd have peas and rice with oxtail or roast beef, and of course the vegetable. We did a lot of kale, and the thing with tradition, that was Sunday's meal. That was a big meal. That was a big meal. Sometimes it would be leg of lamb, roast beef. Oh, the roast beef. Oh, let me tell you about the roast beef. I used to, I wanted that end piece. I eyed the end piece like forever. Um, with the gravy, very delicious. And on So Sunday and Monday was, Sunday's meal was big. So we had leftovers for Monday. So we had the same meal on Monday. Tuesday was a wing it day. It could be anything that we had on a Tuesday. Wednesday was pasta day. These sausages are good. Thursday also was a wing it day. Fried chicken, or maybe baked chicken or barbecue chicken. If we had a whole chicken, that was on Sunday. It would be stuffed with stuffing. We'd have stuffing and a whole chicken. And on Friday was fish day. That's so Catholic. Oh, that is so Catholic. Okay, like we would have fried fish, fried banana, plantains, okay, and a salad. This is so good. Of course, the sauce is made from scratch because it's been on for hours already. Oh, this is good. And Saturday was anything. Anything. We could have had a hamburger. When we got old enough to cook for ourselves, we would make anything, something fast. Maybe we wouldn't even cook. Sometimes we would have cereal, peanut butter and jelly, because Saturday was definitely, I might not feel like cooking day in my house when I was growing up. I went to other people's house sometimes on the weekday. Now, we weren't really allowed to eat in anyone's house. Unless it was a relative. Other than that, we weren't allowed to eat. Even if we were with our parents going to the person's house, we would get fed prior to going to the house and say, okay, you don't ask for anything. If they ask you, do you want to eat? You say, no, thank you. I don't know if that's a cultural thing, or was your parents like that? Comment below and I will answer and let me know. Let me know. And if you like my channel, please subscribe and hit the like button, because I would like to know that. Because I know when I was growing up, everyone ate at my house. A lot of my friends tasted a lot of food that they hadn't tasted at home. They tasted it in my parents' home. Like, for instance, oxtail. Okay? A lot of my friends that had never tasted oxtail until they tasted it at my house. And another dish, okay, on a lot of things we did by tradition. Another dish was on New Year's Eve, my mother would make souse. That's a dish from Barbados. It consists of pig's feet, pig's ears. It was like a pickled pig feet, cucumbers and peppers and onions and garlic and parsley. And when I mean this dish was so flavorful and so tasty. I remember one time we couldn't go out for New Year's Eve because my parents were going out. And when they went out, they didn't want us out at the same time. So they said, okay, you guys could have some company over. So, this is really good. These meatballs are from scratch. Put a little Italian season, breadcrumbs, egg, cheese. They are really good. It's really good. They're very tender, very delicious. So we had the company over, and a family relative of one of the guests at our house came over and could not, but I mean could not even think that this sauce was a dish. He kept looking at the sauce like, this is what I came all the way over here for, to eat this. I'm not going to eat this. And we were like, well, to each his own. Now, we were teenagers. To each his own. You don't have to eat it. Let me tell you something. This dude, this dude ate the sauce. Now, if you know anything about pig's feet and pig's ears and stuff like that, it's gelatinous. So he was stuffing his face. He goes to pick up the napkin to wipe. The napkins all sticking to his fingers. He could not even bring his face up out the plate. That's how good that food was. So I say that to say a lot of my friends tasted a lot of dishes in my house. I have a friend that tasted lamb. And it's so funny because when I was an adult, one time I was making lamb chops. I was broiling them in the broiler for me and the kids. And one of my girlfriends came by. And one thing about my family always said, you should have a forever ending pot, meaning that you should always make enough food in case someone comes by and they're hungry. So I had enough chops underneath the broiler for her. So I said to her, you want to eat? She said, no, I'm not hungry. I said, okay, no problem. Cooking my chops. She said, you know what? I changed my mind because they smell so good and they look so good because I was opening up the broiler and I was basting them and turning them. She said, they look so good. I think I'll have a chop. I said, okay. Made her a plate. This is so funny. Made her a plate. And she said, oh my God, thank you so much for the plate. The plate was so good. I said, I'm glad you enjoyed it. She said, those chops, oh my goodness. Oh my God. She said, they taste different. She said, they had a different kind of flavor. What kind of pork chops did you buy? I said, girl, those was not pork chops. They were lamb chops. She liked to have a fit. I don't eat lamb. Oh my God. I don't eat lamb. I said, well, you do now because you ate every lamb chop off your plate. It was the funniest thing. I still talk to her about it today. And she cracks up laughing. And she still swears she doesn't eat lamb. But she sure ate those lamb chops. Did you ever go over to somebody's house and eat something and get upset because you didn't like it maybe? Or you got upset because your parents don't make it and you loved it? I wonder. We didn't grow up very wealthy at all. We grew up in the projects. No shame. I don't have a problem with that. It molded me to the person I am. I don't regret my childhood, not one bit, living in the projects and stuff, but we didn't come from a lot. So my mother always said, when it comes to what you put in your mouth to eat, you shouldn't really put a price on it. If you want to have it, find a way to get it. And that is why, basically, my siblings and I, basically, we don't have an issue with food. Now, might be one or two things we don't eat, but believe me, we've tasted probably about everything. Okay, I gotta drink some water. That's another thing. Was you allowed to drink water or your juice while you ate your food? Because we weren't allowed to finish our juice. We might be able to get a sip, but we were not allowed to finish our juice first because it would fill your stomach up. Drink all your juice or drink all your water, whatever you was having. It would fill your stomach up, and then you had no room for the food that your parents just cooked and slaved over, spent their last dollar, whatever the story may have been. That's how it was. Excuse me. I usually, unless it's a spicy dish, I usually, excuse me, I usually don't eat and drink. I usually wait until I'm finished eating, and then I'll drink, my drink. But I guess it's just out of habit. Yep. You guys don't understand. I made these meatballs from scratch. I had some ground beef. I want to say it was 80-20. I added Italian season, some garlic powder, a little onion powder, some black pepper, a little bit of salt. Not a lot of salt because I added cheese in the Parmesan cheese, a little bit of mozzarella cheese, an egg, and breadcrumbs to bind it. And rolled them up, made my meatballs, browned them, and I put them in a sauce to finish cooking. When I tell you these meatballs are so tender and so flavorful, very, very good. Now, I might start showing me preparing the meals, but I had said before that kicking it with KK is not always going to be about me speaking to you guys while I'm eating. It's going to definitely consist of a lot of topics. So if there's a particular topic that you would like for me to speak about, let me know. Comment below and let me know, because I will definitely talk about it. And my next video, I probably will have a guest. I'm still trying to navigate around this. Okay, this is new to me, but I'm trying to navigate around it. So I will probably have a guest. So we could speak back and forth about topics. Oh, I have a couple of topics in mind that I would like to speak about, and just touch bases on how I grew up, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm new at this, so give me a break. Don't be too hard on me. But all your comments are welcome. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm new at this. I know I said quite a few times today, but my editor is not available yet. The person who's going to edit my videos, when they're ready, I could send them to them. However, this is January, and child, I didn't do one. I did one in December. So I'm going to try and get a video out as I begin this journey at least once a month. So good. There I go again. Talking about and I'm gonna try my best to keep the convo flowing. I am a talker, but I like to engage back and forth. So tell me your comments. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about how you grew up and what traditions were as far as food in your house. Were you the cook? Did you have to learn how to cook when you were young? Or did you cook for your siblings because you were the oldest? Or your parents did all the cooking in the house? Maybe your mom or your dad? Let me know. Because I'm telling you, I was not interested in cooking when I was a teenager. I knew how to do basic stuff like scramble an egg. Matter of fact, my scrambled eggs was okay, but my sunny side up eggs were to die for, because between my grandfather and my stepfather, that's how they like their eggs. My stepfather used to like it in the bacon grease. And you just put the bacon grease and let the bacon grease cook the egg. And my grandfather, as soon as you flipped it over, he said, take it out. So I knew how to make eggs and bacon very well. And hamburger, of course. Grilled cheese. Just the basic stuff. I was not interested in cooking at all. Well, one day, it just all came together. I said, listen, I don't like fast food. We weren't raised on fast food. My parents, we had to go on our own when we were teenagers, hanging out, going to the parties and stuff like that. We had to go, that White Castle run before you come home. We had to do that on our own with our own money. They did not believe in fast food. The fastest food they believed in was something like going to a Chinese restaurant to sit down, or going to City Island to sit down and for seafood. They did not, Burger King and McDonald's and White Castle, they would not spend their money on that at all. Okay, so we did that on our own. And but I understand. I understand. First of all, it's not good for you. So I remember eating out and I'm saying, this is not going to work. I said, I have to learn how to cook. And I learned how to cook. I asked my aunt when I learned how to make rice. I asked my aunt, I said, listen, how do I make this rice? She gave me a foolproof recipe that works every time. Okay. 2-part water to 1 part rice. It works all the time. And just other recipes. Sometimes I would call my grandmother on the phone, ask my grandmother, hey, Mom, I need to make something such. Could you step me through it? And then all of a sudden, that was it. I could throw down. I cook very well. So anyway, if you like what's going on, and I want you to come with me on this adventure, because I'm going to try this and see how it works. Subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and we'll do this together. Okay? So until then, stay safe. Okay? Thank God that you're here, or your higher being, whoever your higher being may be. Thank him, because I thank him that I'm still here, that we all still here with the crazy world right about now. Okay? So you have a good night. And Kicking It with KK will be back. I'll be back soon. Take care.